Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Many of the important concepts we use today were derived from the ancient Babylonians, from our time division of the minute and the hour into 60th parts to zodiac signs and figures. Beautiful Babylon, magnificent jewel of the ancient world. Continue watching to find out more.
Shoni. That means, how are you, in Sorani Kurdish. I'm Tara. With warmest regards, the gracious people of the Kurdistan region pray that peace follows your every step. Welcome to today's program entitled Beautiful Babylon, Magnificent Jewel of the Ancient World. 4,000 years ago, a small port town was founded on the Euphrates River. The humble Babylon grew into one of the largest cities of its time, eventually serving as the capital of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, a beautiful, mighty center of art, architecture, and science. Home to the Hanging Gardens, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, as well as an important reflection of ancient Mesopotamian civilizations. Babylon was designated as the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization UNESCO World Heritage Site. The fascinating mud brick buildings and remains of Babylon may be found in present-day Hilla, Iraq, 85 kilometers or 53 miles southwest of Baghdad. Less than a 30-minute walk away from the most famous sites of Babylon are thriving modern settlements and agricultural communities. Mesopotamia is the region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, including all of Iraq, eastern Syria, southeast Turkey, parts of western Iran, and Kuwait. Babylon was first established during the Akkadian Empire, and its influence continued to expand in Mesopotamia over successive empires. The Babylonian Empire began with an Amorite prince called Hammurabi, who inherited the throne from his father, King Sin-Muballit, in 1729 BC. King Hammurabi soon transformed the city of Babylon into one of the most powerful and influential, building strong high walls around the city, as well as many grand temples and canals. Science and culture flourished under King Hammurabi's rule. Being an excellent diplomat meant the king was able to conduct relationships with other city-states and tribes in a careful, peaceful manner. By 1755 BC, King Hammurabi had diplomatically united all of Mesopotamia under the rule of Babylon, making it the largest city in the world at the time. He named his realm Babylonia. Notable for his approach to government, King Hammurabi developed a respected code of law to maintain peace and encourage prosperity throughout his city. It is considered one of the earliest and most comprehensive written legal codes. A stone stela of the Code of Hammurabi is on display at the Louvre in Paris, France. Carved at the top of the stela is a scene depicting the investiture of Hammurabi facing the sun god and god of justice, Shamash. King Hammurabi is demonstrating that the legislation presented divine rules that served to create a just and fair society. Almost 4,000 years old, the laws convey a tremendous amount about Babylonian culture, with many pertaining to agricultural and irrigation issues. The Babylonian cities were centers of great learning and produced writings on medicine, astrology, and mathematics. They were also in correspondence with the Egyptian pharaohs, as revealed by the cuneiform letters found at Amarna in Egypt. These can be viewed in the British Museum. After 626 BC, General Nabopolassar from Chaldea in the south of Mesopotamia became the leader of a newly independent Babylon following decades of decline. The general's son, Nebuchadnezzar II, became king in 605 BC and renovated Babylon into a city of extraordinary beauty, covering 900 hectares of land. A new fortified wall with a moat was built around the city, as well as beautiful and impressive palaces, including the central ziggurat tower. He installed massive bronze gates, including the famously elaborate Ishtar Gate, covered in blue glazed tiles with rows of statues, lions, and cattle that symbolized the gods. Babylonian discoveries and ideas are conveyed to us through cuneiform, the ancient system of writing on tablets of clay or stone. Many of their ideas and achievements have been preserved, such as ingenious machinery to measure the passage of time. The ancient Babylonians had a mathematical system based on 60. Our current time division of the minute and the hour into 60th parts is an inheritance of this principle. Zodiac signs and zodiac figures were also passed down from ancient Babylon. German Assyriologist Professor Dr. Matteo Ossendreicher examined 5 excavated Babylonian tablets, which are now held in the British Museum's archives. The writings reveal that the Babylonian astronomers were using 4-sided shapes or trapezoids to calculate when Jupiter would appear in the night sky, as well as the distance and speed that it traveled. A study published by Science magazine in 2016 suggests that the ancient Babylonian astronomers used sophisticated geometry, which is the branch of mathematics that deals with shapes. Previously, it was thought that such advanced arithmetic had not emerged until at least 1,400 years later, but evidence reveals that the Babylonians were already using these techniques to predict the positions of planets. The ancient astronomers wrote reports about what they saw in the sky in the form of engraved clay tablets. Let us take a moment to express our gratitude for this beautiful and benevolent planet that sustains our lives. We'll be right back, here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to Beautiful Babylon, magnificent jewel of the ancient world. During his reign of Babylon from 604 BC to 562 BC, King Nebuchadnezzar II commenced a new era of architectural activity. He ordered the construction of the Ishtar Gate, the most prominent of 8 gates around Babylon. The famous Hanging Gardens of Babylon are probably one of King Nebuchadnezzar's best-known achievements. According to legend, the gardens were built for King Nebuchadnezzar's Persian wife, who missed her distant land of forests and meadows. Thus, the king replicated a paradise on earth, with a large variety of trees, flowers, and plants planted on a slope of terraces supported by pillars. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon rose like a mountain. reaching 23 meters or 75 feet high, with plants tumbling down over a pyramid-shaped stone structure. The gardens were made of stone pillars, needing deep foundations for stability. It was also unique to have such a green and vibrant botanical garden in the dry conditions. Because of their design and architecture, the beautiful effect of tumbling of exotic plants and flowers in the gardens are considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. King Nebuchadnezzar II completed the royal palace with bronze, gold, silver, and rare and precious stones. A stone bridge was also built to connect the 2 major parts of the city. The Azagila was a massive temple complex dedicated to Marduk, the most respected Babylonian god. When the Persians took over control of Babylon in 539 BC, under Cyrus the Great, the city continued to flourish and became famous as a place of education, art, and culture. The city was held in great regard by Cyrus and his successors. Babylonian mathematics, astronomy, and cosmology continued to be highly respected. It is thought Pythagoras developed his famous mathematical theorem based upon a Babylonian model. Archaeologist Robert Caldaway from the German Oriental Society conducted the first scientific archaeological excavations at Babylon from 1899 until 1917. Many artifacts were discovered, including pieces of the Ishtar Gate and hundreds of tablets, which were sent back to Germany. Robert Caldaway's colleague, Walter Andre, reconstructed the excavated finds into displays held at Vorderasiatisches Museum in Berlin. On February 14, 1978, the Iraqi government began the reconstruction of features of the ancient city on top of its remains. The project included the southern palace of Nebuchadnezzar with 250 rooms, 5 courtyards, and a 30-meter or 98 feet entrance arch. Also reconstructed was the processional way, the Lion of Babylon, and an amphitheater. A set of 7 coins depicting iconic features of Babylon was produced in 1982 by the UK's Royal Mint. On July 5, 2019, Babylon, including villages and agricultural areas surrounding the ancient city, was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The announcement came with much jubilation and celebrations in the streets in Iraq. In 2007, the World Monuments Fund began working with the Iraq State Board of Antiquities and Heritage to conserve the fragile archaeological remains of Babylon. The Lion of Babylon, a 2,600-year-old black basalt statue of a lion, remains in place. The statue symbolizes the strength of Babylonians and appears as an official emblem and in seals for both government agencies and private companies. Certainly, the extensive history and legends of magnificent, creative Babylon continue to inspire artistic, popular, and philosophical culture around the globe. May we continue to appreciate and learn from the accomplishments of this ancient Mesopotamian city as we strive to build a greater, more beautiful future. Noble viewers, it's been a pleasure to have your company today. May your lives be filled with unconditional loving kindness.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WAU.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WAU.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WAU.
Манай нэвтрүүлгүүд олон хэлээр гардаг зочлог хаяг Spraymaster TV, Cig.com, ташаа зураас schedule болон Spraymaster TV, Cig.com, ташаа зураас WAU.